All right, so we're going to get started, and thank you very much for joining me on today's presentation on how to stop wasting time on the wrong audience and how to attract your dream clients. So, have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? You're posting on social media, you're running ads, and even offering freebies, but you're still not getting the clients that you want? Maybe you thought, why do I keep attracting people who can't afford my services? Or why isn't my messaging landing? So here's the surprising truth. It all comes down to the clarity about your ideal avatar. So you're working hard, but without knowing exactly who you're talking to, your marketing feels very scattered. Your offers don't resonate, and your dream clients are slipping through the cracks. Now, without the clarity, scaling your coaching business feels like it's an uphill battle. So, what if the problem isn't your coaching, but the people that you're talking to, or that you're talking to the wrong people? Now, most coaches think that they have a traffic or a messaging issue, but the truth is they don't have the clarity on their ideal target audience, the exact person who needs their unique coaching solution. Now, without this clarity, it's nearly impossible to stand out or to scale your business. Now, by the end of this video, hopefully you'll know exactly how to identify your ideal avatar, the one type of client who needs what you offer the most, and how to use that clarity to create a magnetic message, save time, and attract your dream clients effortlessly. So let's take a look at some of the problems that coaches have when it comes to identifying their ideal target audience. The first, they feel like they're throwing spaghetti against the wall. Maybe you're spending hours creating content and running ads, but nothing sticks because you're targeting too broadly or the wrong audience. It's like advertising luxury sports cars to teenagers. They might admire it, but they can't afford to buy it. The second thing is attracting the wrong clients. You end up working with clients who haggle over pricing or don't take action or don't align with your values. Now, one coach I worked with kept attracting bargain seekers until they identified that their ideal audience was mid-level executives. Okay. Then suddenly their prices were no longer an issue because they were attracting the right type of people who could afford exactly what it was that they're helping the helping them solve. Okay. Now the next thing, number three, is your messaging feels generic and doesn't resonate. So when you're unclear about your audience, your messaging just becomes very vague and you're failing to capture people's attention. Now, it's like shouting into a crowd. Nobody knows you're talking to them. And number four, you don't know where to find your audience. So a lot of times you could be wasting time posting everywhere instead of focusing on maybe one, two, or three different platforms where your ideal avatar hangs out. For example, a coach who is actively on Instagram discovered that their ideal avatar were professionals primarily on LinkedIn. But once they shifted and moved from Instagram to LinkedIn, then they saw a 200% increase in their engagement. And lastly, number five, you're exhausted from trying to market to everyone. Now, without a clear ideal avatar, every marketing effort feels like you're starting from scratch and it's starting to lead to burnout. So it's like trying to hit every target all at once. You're always falling short. So, what's the impact of these problems? Without a clear ideal avatar, you're wasting your time, your energy, your resources on misaligned efforts, leading to burnout and stagnation. But the good news is, once you identify your ideal target audience, everything's going to fall into place for you. So, what's the solution? Your ideal avatar is just one step of the seven-figure coaching blueprint that will take you from dealing with tire kickers to having interested prospects. And it will help you identify and connect with the best people for your coaching program. So it'll help you land the best people for your coaching program, the ones who are actively seeking a solution to the problem that they have. And that solution is exactly what you're offering them. So, how to identify the ideal target audience for your business? Step one is you want to figure out how to solve a very specific and urgent problem for a clearly defined audience. So let's take a look at the ideal client profile sheet. Now, how this works is we're going to want to go through and answer the specific questions on the sheet. So if we take a look at the left-hand side, we can see that there is an area of focus. So what are the areas of focus that your coaching touches on? What are the pain points of the people that you can provide a solution for? What are the problems that they have that they need to solve immediately? And those are the big ones. What are the problems that they have that they need to solve immediately? And what are the roadblocks that they're having to solving that problem? Or what are the objections they have to finding a solution or as to why they haven't solved that problem yet? On the right-hand side, what are the immediate results that they want right now? What questions do they need answered? What are the long-term desires? And what are the bottom line dreams that they have? Okay. So you want to brainstorm information to answer all of these and specifically the problems with your niche and the urgent top of mind problems that your potential clients have. And out of the ones that you select, the 3 or 5 that you're putting down, you want to figure out which is the one that's going to align the closest to your expertise. So think of it like being a specialist doctor. Patients trust you more when you focus on solving their exact problem versus being a generalist doctor and not being able to zero in on the very specific problem that they have. Let's take a look at the profile, the first profile sheet filled in. We can see this was filled in by Carmen, the nutrition and fitness coach. Her areas of focus include nutrition, weight training, and cardio. The pain points that her clients have is marketing. The pain points that she has is marketing diets. Everyone is looking to quick fix and hard to get people to be committed. Okay. Well, those are her pain points, not her ideal client's pain points. So this coach actually interpreted this incorrectly. So what you want is you want to identify the pain points of your ideal target audience. So they're such as they struggle to lose weight. They're in the gym 7 days a week and they can't lose a pound. They're eating low calories, but the scale isn't moving. It would be those types of pain points. Okay, so she actually filled this one in incorrectly. Problems she needs to solve stand out from, yeah, so she did this from her perspective, not from the client's perspective. Okay, so what are the problems needed to solve? Okay, so her clients, what problems do they need to solve? Is they want to lose weight, maybe they want to put on muscle, maybe they want to have more endurance. So those are examples of problems that they potentially would want solved, or maybe they have health challenges, whatever it is. So they need to zero in on those. And some blocks or objections. Roadblocks being they're going to the gym, but they're not seeing progress on the scale. They've reduced their calories down to 1,000 or very low calorie, but they're still not, the scale isn't moving. And so they end up binge eating. Things like that would be roadblocks. So what immediate results do they want? The person that would hire a nutritionist or a fitness coach, maybe they want to get stronger. Maybe they want that scale to go down. Maybe they want to be faster. So need to zero in on the very specific results that they want right now. And with the diet and fitness industry, that's, if you think about all of the ads you've ever seen, they're promoting 10 pounds in a week or lose weight only without going to the gym or lose weight on 10 minutes a day or the 4-hour body or whatever it is. So they're looking for those immediate results right now. Okay. So what are the questions the client needs to answer? Needs answers to. So why isn't this working? I'm exercising, but I'm not losing weight. What type of foods should I be eating? What type of exercise should I be doing? Should I be lifting weights? And what are their long-term desires? They want to look good naked. They want to fit in that slinky little black dress, or they want to look good on the beach. And the bottom line dreams of client lives is they can find a balance for their lifestyle, one that keeps them healthy, but also has them looking good. So that could be an example of bottom line dreams. Sorry, I didn't pick a better ideal client profile. I didn't really notice this before when I was just picking from some of the clients that had submitted theirs in. I just grabbed some different ones. So I'll try to do a better job next time. And this is page 2 of the ideal client profile. You can see that we need to identify where they are right now. So the before state, and then also what their frustrations or their struggles, current frustrations or struggles. Then their after state, where do they want to be, and their long-term desires. Some of this is similar to from the first sheet, but we just want to rephrase it and come up with some other ideas. This is actually taken from one of my earlier ideal client profiles, not for the 7-figure blueprint, but a different one. And the before state you can see is not getting enough quality clients, spend a lot of time talking to tire kickers, attracting people with no money, struggling to get clients each month, and hard to stand out from the competition. The current frustration or struggles or don't know what to do or where to start, very time consuming, making content for social media. I spend most of my day on the phone, not asking for money, posting on Facebook or Instagram and not getting leads. Facebook ads never worked for me in the past. After state, where do I want to be? A steady stream of quality leads, only talk to qualified people with money, steady stream of new leads each month, closing a high percentage of prospects, and leverage knowledge into other revenue streams. And long-term desires include making 6 or 7 figures a year, turning my coaching into an actual business, and have multiple streams of income. Okay. So those would be examples of filling in the second sheet for the ideal client profile. So a key tip when you're filling in those sheets is to focus on a very specific audience with an urgent and specific problem, as I mentioned before. And why this matters, when your offer addresses a well-defined issue and a well-defined problem for a very specific audience, it becomes easier to stand out, create trust, convert leads into clients. Generalized messaging really dilutes your impact. Okay, so we want to be very specific as to the problem you're solving and the audience you're solving it for. So the action I'd like you to take is to work through those 2 pages of the ideal client profile. Like I said, writing down the 3 or 5 specific urgent problems your audience faces and selecting one of those problems that really aligns with your expertise and that you're 100% confident you can solve that problem for every single client. The one that resonates the most strongly with your audience's needs. Okay. So that's what I want you to zero in on after you've gone through those first 2 pages and you've completed that. Zero in on and select the one problem that aligns with your expertise and that you are 100% confident you can get that result and solve that problem for every single client. Okay, so step number 2 is you want to define an estimated audience size and traffic sources or channels to reach them. So we can look at the next page of the ideal client profile, the demographics, describing your avatar, and the traffic sources. So here's how it works. You want to estimate the size of your audience based on the demographics or profession or location where you're going to be spending the majority of your time promoting your solution. Identify up to 3 primary platforms or channels where your audience is active on social media, forums, networking groups. So you want to identify the top 3, but you only want to be really focused on one main one at a time and get very good at that one main channel. And then once you are great at dominating that channel and you're generating leads and you're getting opportunities, then you can expand and move on to the next channel. Okay. So it's like fishing in the right pond. You need to know where the fish are before you start casting out your line or dipping your net. So here we have the ideal client profile filled in. You want to use things like online tools like Google Trends, maybe social media analytics to estimate audience sizes. Select, like I said, up to 3 platforms where your audience spends the most time. And it's very important to do the research. As a business coach focused on executives who was always marketing on Instagram, after they did their research, realized that their audience wasn't hanging out on Instagram, they're hanging out on LinkedIn. And then when they made that shift, they saw a 50% increase in the qualified leads. Okay, so that was a lot of wasted effort before they did the research. So zero in on that research, figure out where your audience is hanging out, and spend the majority of your time on those platforms to try to reach your audience. And a key tip for step number 2 is to estimate your audience size. And like I said, focus in on the top 3 platforms where they're most active, but only zero in on one platform at a time. And once you dominate that platform and you're getting great results, then you can move on to the next platform. And why this matters, because spreading yourself thin across all these platforms really wastes a lot of time and resources. When you understand where your audience spends their time and you can concentrate your efforts to maximize the engagement and the conversation, you'll do a much better job of attracting your ideal target audience. And each platform has its own nuances with respect to the type of content that is used on that particular platform. So if you're trying to do all these different platforms at once, you may not be zeroing in on the right type of content to be putting on that particular platform. So the action to take for this step is to do your research and to fill in that demographic template and to figure out where it is you're going to spend your time promoting your solution. So research your audience using tools like LinkedIn, Facebook groups, niche forums to identify those top 3 platforms where your ideal avatar is most likely to engage with your content, and zero in on that one platform at the very beginning and get very good at creating content for that one platform. All right. And now step number 3 is to understand the ideal client's goals, desires, struggles, frustrations that are related to your category. So how this works is we're going to use the 360-degree client environment strategy. So we're going to research things such as you can see from the screen, things like their friction and their fears. So we need to understand what's wrong with the available options that are out there right now and what you're bringing to the market. Who are the experts and the gurus that your audience follows? What coaching and training? Where are they spending their money? What are the tools of the trade? Are there very specific industry wide like softwares that are being used or platforms that are being used? What's the long term vision for the who? Why are they pursuing this in the first place? Who are they wanting to become? Questions and searches. So, what are they searching for on things like YouTube, Google, Facebook? So, you can go to websites like Ask the Public, and it'll give you an idea of what types of things that they're actually searching for. What groups or forums are they hanging out in? So, where are they on Facebook? Which groups, or LinkedIn? Which groups? Where are they hanging out? Where are they spending their time? What are they actually purchasing? So, what books on Amazon are they purchasing? What coaching programs are they purchasing? What types of programs, coaching programs are they purchasing? Who are they purchasing them from? And what books and publications are they reading? So, again, what books are they buying on Amazon, or what are they subscribed to as far as publications go? To really zero in on who your ideal client is and basically get a 360-degree view of their entire environment. And then once you have that, you'll need a place to store all the information. So once you gather all of that research, then you can record it in your ideal target audience stocking spreadsheet. So all of the information that you've just researched, you can plug it in here, and this will help you make sure all of your information is in one place, and then you get a very clear visual of who your ideal target audience is. And this is great to come back and reference and talk for creating content because you can reference specific things that you've just researched, such as the people they follow. So when people are reading or listening to your content, there's a lot of things that are going to resonate with them because now you've researched them exactly who they follow, what their problems they're looking to have solved, what software they're using, for example, all of these things. So they're going to feel like you're speaking directly to them because so much is resonating with them. Okay, so that's the client stalking spreadsheet. So you want to do your research, then you want to document that research in here, and now you will have a 360 degree view of the entire client's environment. Okay, so a key tip is to uncover your ideal avatar's emotional and practical drivers as well, what they want, what they fear, and what frustrates them. And why all of this matters, because when your messaging speaks directly to their struggles and their desires, it builds trust and authority with you, making your offer much more irresistible. So understanding your ideal avatar allows you to position your solution as the answer that they've been searching for, because you're the person that's going to solve the problem that they're out there looking for the answer or looking for a person to help them solve it. So by doing your research and positioning yourself, you're going to be the go-to person that's going to help them solve that problem. So the action to take for step number 3 is to conduct your research. Do surveys, interviews, social listening to gather insights about their goals, the pain points, who they follow, where they hang out, what they read, what they listen to, what groups do they belong, like all of this information. Use this information to refine your messaging and your offers and overcome some of the common objections, or this will help overcome some common objections that you may have. So, what if my audience is too small? So, narrow focus doesn't mean fewer clients, it just means you have the right clients. So, specialists always outperform generalists. Okay. So, don't worry if you think your audience is too small. What if I miss the opportunity by focusing in on one problem? Clarity creates trust, and trust attracts clients. You can expand later, but start with that one clear solution. So I talked about this in the previous presentation. We want to get crystal clear on that one core result. So you're solving one big problem. That doesn't mean that there's not other problems that need to be solved, but we're focusing in on the one big problem. Now, when we start to break down your coaching solution into the 9 steps, then there's other little problems that will be solved. We're zeroing in for the main message of your entire coaching solution. We're zeroing in on that one big problem that they have that they want solved, and you're going to offer that one result, that one big result. And all the smaller problems will be addressed throughout the steps in the program. So you're not disregarding the other problems. What we're doing is just focusing on this one core one right now for your entire solution. And what if I choose the wrong platform? So adjusting your focus is easy once you understand where your ideal avatar is. Okay, so if you're spending your focus over here, but then realize your audience is over there, just that making that adjustment is very easy because now you understand who your ideal target audience is, and your communication is going to be much clearer, and you're going to be putting it in the right platform that will attract more of your ideal target audience. So remember, the advanced audience identifier is step 2, and it's just one small step of the 7-figure coaching blueprint. It's the clearest and most predictable system for anyone serious about doing what it takes to achieve their goal of scaling their coaching business, delivering clients the desired result that they want, and building that 7-figure coaching business. Okay. And if you're ready to take the first step to clarity, then go ahead and complete the 3 steps that I just laid out for you for the ideal avatar and start narrowing your focus today. So then imagine how exciting it'll feel when you finally connect with your dream clients. So let's go ahead and make that happen today. So go ahead and work on those 3 steps. You'll gain clarity and you'll simplify your business by identifying exactly who you serve, the problem that they have, and the result that you're going to get them from solving that problem. So go ahead and take the first step and follow the proven process that I just laid out to build your detailed, accurate profile of your ideal avatar. And if you need some help working through your ideal avatar, plus the other 8 steps of the 7-figure coaching blueprint, then go ahead and book an appointment today and let's get started. So if you're in the school community, on your right-hand side, you can go ahead and click on the upgrade to 7-figure pro link, and that will then take you to a booking calendar where you can book a call with me and we'll have a discussion about how I can help you work through these 9 steps to building your own 7-figure coaching blueprint. Okay, so I look forward to speaking with you soon. And like I said, go ahead and work on the 3 steps for building out your ideal avatar, and you'll get closer and more clarity on exactly who it is you help, where they're hanging out, so that you can create content and attract more of the people who actually want your help. All right. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining in today. And I'll look forward to catching up with you in one of the next future presentations. And like I said, if you would like me to help walk you through the 9 steps, then go ahead and in the school community page on the right-hand side, click on the link, upgrade to 7-figure pro, book a call, and let's have a conversation about how I can help you. So with that, I will leave you guys today and have yourself a great day and a happy new year.